Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Kendrick Perkins explains why LeBron James and Rob Pelinka aren't on the same page. Kendrick Perkins gave his thoughts on LeBron James and Rob Pelinka's relationship and their perspective on the Lakers. He said LeBron James wants to win championships, whereas Rob Pelinka is concerned with protecting the Lakers' future. He suggested that Pelinka should surround LeBron with good players if he wants the Lakers to win an NBA championship. He actually took the max dollars when he gave Rob Pelinka more than enough time to do something. He said he was going to take a pay cut for Rob Pelinka to go out there and search the market. We all know that LeBron James wanted Klay Thompson. They missed out on that to the Dallas Mavericks. I don't know how, because all he had to do was offer something of nice quality to the Golden State Warriors to make a sign-and-trade happen. But he dropped the ball on that. Here's the thing when it comes down to LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers right now. To me, it seems like they're on two different pages. When it comes down to LeBron, the reason he wanted to take a pay cut is for the simple fact that he wants to win now at a high level. Every single time he steps on the floor, LeBron James is thinking about championships. Rob Pelinka is thinking about the future. I think when you have someone like LeBron James, who is considered one of the greatest if not the greatest player of all time, you got to take advantage of that, do what you need to do to make sure you put championship-caliber players around him so he can go out and complete the mission. Perkins makes some excellent points about the seeming disconnect between James and Pelinka. Despite being 39 years of age, LeBron James is still one of the best players in the NBA. And the Lakers should prioritize winning championships over protecting their future, something Pelinka doesn't seem to want to do. According to Adrian Wojnarowski, the Lakers have lost faith in the three-star model. The front office is hesitant to mortgage their future to land big stars. While a player that makes sense could sway them, the Lakers do not want to bring in a third star as they don't think they can win a championship that way. There's not a dramatic deal for the Lakers to do out in the marketplace. They don't want to use their draft picks to get contracts off. They'll certainly use them if there's a player that makes sense as part of a bigger deal, but right now, they're not involved in any deals that would land them a third star. They're seeing the landscape of this league and that the three stars model, with this salary cap, doesn't work, or it's much more difficult for it to work. This approach from the Lakers does make sense. The new salary cap rules make it very difficult for teams to rack up a large wage bill and keep three players. Furthermore, their experience with the trio of James, Anthony Davis, and Russell Westbrook was a disaster and has scared them off of trying something like that again. James is still a superstar in this league. Last year, he averaged 25.7 points, 8.3 assists, and 7.3 rebounds, and led the Lakers through the play-in tournament into the playoffs. James may be one of the best players in the league, but he isn't a miracle worker. Lakers head coach J.J. Redick will have to come up with clever ways to use the roster to get the best out of them. Bronny looks to join elite Lakers company during NBA Summer League. The NBA Summer League has been good to the Los Angeles Lakers over time, with 2 of the 5 best individual performances coming from the purple and gold. This year is going to be special, with the debut of Bronny James, who agreed to a 4-year, $7.9 million deal, clearing his way to play in the NBA Summer League. Expecting Bronny to crack this top 5 list is admittedly optimistic, as Bronny's best college performances at USC only netted him season highs of 15 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 steals. Still, the atmosphere and opportunity can create magic, even for an undrafted rookie, as it did for the number 1 performance on our list. Anthony Morrow's explosive performance in 2009 stands as the greatest Summer League achievement of all time. The undrafted rookie out of Georgia Tech set a Summer League record by scoring 47 points against the New Orleans Hornets, shooting an impressive 18-4-26 from the field. His shooting touch would translate to the NBA, as he led the league in three-point percentage as a rookie, .467, and finished his career at .417. Lonzo Ball's Summer League debut came with a lot of hype, and it delivered. In a game against the Philadelphia 76ers, Ball put on a show with a near triple-double, scoring 36 points to go with 11 assists and 8 rebounds. Ball's performance was a key factor in leading the Lakers to the 2017 Summer League championship, quieting a lot of his critics. Sadly, Ball hasn't been able to stay healthy, missing portions of each of his first 5 seasons, before missing all of the last 2. In a matchup against the Boston Celtics, Furkan Korkmaz lit up the scoreboard with 40 points. The 6'7" guard from Turkey showcased his range by knocking down 8 of 14 three-pointers. Although his team fell short in a 93-89 loss, Korkmaz's individual brilliance couldn't be overshadowed. Korkmaz has spent his 7 NBA seasons with the 76ers as a bench player, but has yet to develop into more than a serviceable shooter. Sources: Lakers active in trade talks with Kyle Kuzma's name most prominent among 5 players. The Los Angeles Lakers are still working the phones hard, trying to find trades to improve the roster. Rob Pelinka understood heading in they would be extremely limited in free agency, and after striking out with Klay Thompson and others, is now focused on upgrades using D'Angelo Russell's expiring contract and the draft capital at his disposal, according to sources close to the situation speaking on the condition of anonymity. Los Angeles would like to attach some of its veteran minimum contracts in these talks so as to open up roster space and figure more productively in free agency than it has. With LeBron James agreeing to a max or near-max contract Wednesday morning, the Lakers will operate above the first apron and consider the second apron a hard cap internally, sources say. As such, they could use the taxpayer mid-level exception, worth $5.2 million. Sources say the Lakers have held trade talks with the Portland Trail Blazers about Jeremy Grant, the Brooklyn Nets about Cameron Johnson and Dorian Finney-Smith, the Toronto Raptors about Bruce Brown and the Washington Wizards about Kyle Kuzma, as well as other teams and other trade targets. To this point, though, those are the names most closely linked to the Lakers, according to league and team sources. In each case, however, talks have hit a snag over draft compensation. In all of these negotiations, some combination of Russell, Rui Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent and Jalen Hood-Schifino have figured heavily. Portland, according to those close to the situation, is demanding 2 first-round picks for Grant. League sources cite his contract and potential reluctance to take on a lesser role on a winning team as concerns for why the Lakers and other teams haven't wanted to meet that price. Brooklyn wants a first-round pick for Finney-Smith, according to sources, and are a little more flexible on Johnson because of his contract and injury history. Toronto picked up Brown's team option for $23 million with the intent to move him this summer and are asking for a first-rounder as well. Brown's contract expires after this season. Washington just last season came very close to trading Kuzma to the Dallas Mavericks, but wound up keeping him once Kuzma let it be known he didn't want to be in Dallas over concerns they weren't close enough to winning a championship. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Kyle Kuzma? Leave your opinion in the comments.